Hi gorgeous! So today's video is a retraction based on the reverse contouring technique that I shared with you the other day using Eve Pearl Cosmetics. And I'm making this video because I realized after watching the last one and watching Eve Pearl on QVC that I had shown you the technique wrong. Ugh! But I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm 100% human, I am not perfect, and I did want to show you the right way to do reverse contouring. And I also want to say that there were a couple people who felt the need to be really nasty in the comments on that video, and I welcome constructive criticism with open arms. I don't feel like we can grow as human beings without it. However, there is a way to deliver it. So I just ask that if you are delivering constructive criticism to anybody, not just me, that you be thoughtful and kind in your approach, because realize there is a human being on the other side of this camera and words can hurt, especially on the internet where it's hard to decipher emotions. So I just want to put that out there. So I'll go through a couple of the same products that I went through in the initial video, just in case anybody missed it. First product that I'm going to use here is her Dual Salmon Concealer. It's what she's known for. It has a dark side and a light side. You use the dark side to neutralize under eye circles, and you use the light side to highlight and brighten. And I have already applied a face moisturizer and an under eye cream. So I'm first taking that darker shade and applying it under the eye. And unlike in the video that I did before, I'm going to use a different application method for these products to show you a different way to use them. And so I'm using a damp beauty blending sponge to blend that in underneath the eye. Then I'm taking the lighter shade and applying that over the top. And just like in the last video, I'm going to do one half of my face and leave the other half untouched, so you can see a before and after. I have applied these products with both a brush and a beauty blender, and I will say that I prefer the concealer application much more with the beauty blender. I feel like it sinks into the skin a little better with the sponge. So there you can see the before and after, and that's just with the concealer. Amazing. And now I'm going to show you the real reverse contouring technique with her dual foundation. And same with the concealer, you get a dark side and a light side with this one. And if you lift it up, you get a sponge underneath that you can also apply the makeup with. You can wet this, it will actually double in size. I'm starting with the dark shade first and applying it directly onto the cheekbone like that. And then I'm going in with the lighter side of the palette, I guess that's what we'll call it, and applying it underneath, just like that. And that is reverse contouring. Now, contrary to real contouring, and I'm not talking about YouTube contouring, I'm talking about real professional makeup artist contouring techniques. They would apply the darker shade down here and the lighter shade up here. But in reverse contouring, you flip it. So you have the dark shade up here and the light shade down here. And what this does is it helps to hide acne, rosacea, redness around the face. And then to blend it in, I'm going to flip the brush around and just lightly blend it upwards. And that's the final result. You can see very natural, subtle, has a little bit of lift in the face compared to this side, not over the top by any means whatsoever. And in the last video, a lot of you had asked me if I set it with a powder. I forgot to mention that in that video. Yes, I do set it with a powder. I feel like if you are more of a dry complexion, you won't need to set this because it does dry to a semi-matte finish. But if you are oily, you will need to set it. So I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin Gossamer powder and taking a little bit of this onto the beauty blending sponge and setting the T-zone of the face. I'm also really going to set the under eye area. Once you set it, you can forget it. I mean, it's absolutely flawless. It'll stay that way up to 8, 9, 10 hours. It looks beautiful by the end of the day. And just like in the last video I shared with you, I'm going to take her Sweet Cheeks palette with her fan brush. One swipe is all you need. And then lightly apply it on the top of the cheeks. And that's the final result. And you can see that this side of my face is noticeably lifted compared to this side that's not been done yet. It's very natural, very subtle, and great for everyday wear. So I do hope that this video helped clear up some confusion for those who may have been confused by the last video. My apologies. I never mean to mislead you, and if I am wrong, I will be the first to admit it. And I hope that you will check out Eve Pearl Cosmetics. They are a wonderful line of cosmetics made by an equally amazing woman. So I hope that you found this video helpful today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.